I'm thrilled that I'm going to be a part of the A-State Wind Ensemble's trip to CBDNA, the College Band Directors National Association Southwest Regional Conference. Not only are we going to get to show everybody what we've been up to here in Jonesboro, but we're also going to get to see a lot of fantastic concerts from institutions across those 7 states. It'll be really exciting, and it is a really great opportunity.
The thing I'm most excited about for the CBDNA conference trip is the ability to not only perform for people all across the nation, but also to listen to different ensembles, get their take on different interpretations of music that we may have played before, and also just in total, just to meet other people and collaborate with my fellow bandmates. I feel like this concert in general is really a place where we can, as the A-State Wind Ensemble, we can show off exactly what we're here to do and how much we've grown as an ensemble. And this is going to be the most educated audience that we have performed for since I've been here, and I'm very excited to see what they think about our performance.
I think it is significant because we get to perform for a musically educated audience, and not only that, we get to hear other collegiate ensembles that we don't get to hear on a regular basis. The piece I'm looking forward to playing the most is Soulstrom by Jody Blackshaw. I really enjoy the work, and I feel like that I connect with that piece a little bit just because I know her story behind it and why she wrote it.
I think my favorite piece that we'll be performing is Epiphanies by Ron Nelson. I think it's interesting because it's his 90th birthday we're celebrating, and we get to showcase his piece there. It's divided in so many different parts, and they're all pretty unique in their own way.
I think my favorite piece in this concert cycle is Dos Danzas. As a clarinet player, we really like to move, and so since this is a dance, we always get really into it, and I really enjoy just the sound and the bitonal nature of the piece.
The thing I've enjoyed most about this concert cycle is the level of detail that we're expected to prepare this music with. Normally we have a shorter amount of time to prepare all of these pieces, but I really like going in depth with each of the pieces and figuring out all of the smaller nuances that really make each of the compositions special.
They've been working really hard for this performance here at CBDNA, and I think the thing that is inspiring to me the most is how collaborative this experience has been for not only us as faculty here in our music department, but also with our students. You know, Dr. Oliver is the one who commissioned the work from Dr. Jenkins, and I thought that would be a fantastic way to commemorate this trip for sure, and also, you know, enable Dr. Jenkins to work with our wind ensemble in a really meaningful way.
The CBDNA conferences are a big deal, particularly in the band world. It's an opportunity for universities across the country to showcase the talents of their students. But in addition to that, it's a chance to also showcase the talents of their faculty. Dr. Oliver has both Dr. Stephen Riley and Dr. Sarah Labovitz conducting, but he wanted to feature even more of our music faculty, and so he's included a new piece by me for this event, which is, you know, a huge deal for a composer as well. It's a major conference. There's a lot of people there that are going to experience my music for the first time. It's a great networking opportunity for myself as a composer, you know, and engaging in my professional activities. My piece in particular is entitled Rock Bottom, and it's commissioned for this conference, but it's also in celebration of 90 years of the A-State Band program. Now the title is very curious, you know, given, you know, we're celebrating 90 years of, you know, the band program that's flourishing, to have a piece called Rock Bottom. But as I was trying to figure out some kind of topic, some kind of idea to wrap this piece around, I looked back at 90 years ago to this school year, the stock market crashed. So, you know, big tumultuous event that happened in our country, and here, A-State was starting out on a new endeavor of creating a band program. With this idea of rock bottom, we tend to think of only the negative side, like we're at our bottom. But in this piece, I was thinking more of looking towards the future. And so, you know, if you're at rock bottom, if you're truly at the bottom, the only place you can go is up. And so this piece is about that. And so this idea of, you know, the stock market crashed, we're at rock bottom, it can only go up. The A-State Band program is just starting, and so the only place it can go is up. And so tying it together that way. And so it is a very curious title to have celebrating 90 years of the A-State Band program, but there is a very important reason as to why.
For Rock Bottom, I had to create a stock market bell sound. So whenever I did this, I went through many different instruments and I came up with the ice bell. And it took many different days just asking other people, hey, how does this sound? Does this sound too loud or does this sound too soft? And it's just one of those that I never really experienced before. I've never had to premiere a piece. So being able to create the sound and everyone is now like, okay, that's exactly the sound that we need, is now following after my part, is pretty extraordinary.
The thing that I've enjoyed most is just hearing the stories and the significance of the pieces that we are playing. We are performing everything from stories about race cars to things in memory of A-State's 90th anniversary of their band program.
Preparing for this program specifically for CBDNA has helped me grow as a musician in that it's pushing me to become stronger aurally. I play the piccolo, and a lot of the repertoire that we're playing requires me to be way at the top of my range, which is pushing me out of my comfort zone a little bit. So some days are better, some days are worse, but overall it's really helping me learn the idiosyncrasies of my instrument, and I really enjoy that.
I think the piece I'm most excited about performing for is definitely our fanfare that we're opening up with, Clutch by Henry David Perkins. I think the main thing that I'm most excited for with that piece in general is, first of all, it's a ram. So like, it opens up at 188. It literally says buckle up next to the tempo marking. And I'm just really excited about coming out with a bang at the conference and just kind of catching everyone off guard.
I'm really excited that we get to present this program to the CBDNA audience. It's a total of 5 pieces conducted by myself, Dr. Riley, and Dr. Oliver. And it really is a program that has the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, the fastest of fast and the slowest of slows. It hits you right away with the opener that has a lot of velocity and a lot of energy, and then immediately contrasts into my piece, Solstrom, which starts with an atmospheric kind of foggy morning setting with a special instrument that we all created just for this piece called a Nalenspiel. The ending of my piece is really big and triumphant, which will immediately contrast with the next piece called Dos Danzas. It is quirky and has, you think of tango and you think of these Latin dances, but not in the way that you think you're thinking of them. It does kind of turn it on its head. It's a very uniquely orchestrated, and it's very fun. The piece after that is Rock Bottom, which was written for the 90th anniversary of the A-State bands. And then we are closing with the standard band rep, Epiphanies by Ron Nelson, which is definitely the big finish that you want it to be. It is gonna ring the hall.
I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most about this trip is the tour that we're getting to do with the local high schools. We're getting to stop and I think perform for 2 of the high schools along the way in preparation for this final performance at CBDNA. And I heard that this school got to do that in years past, but I wasn't a part of that, so I'm really excited to tour and share our music with everyone else.
Now that I'm a college student myself, it's great to bring that same excitement to high school members that I had whenever I was a high school member listening to college universities perform for us.
I hope that the audience takes away the emotional message that we're trying to send, especially with Solstrom, because we're performing that in honor of the people that have been victims in the Australian wildfires. So I hope that they can receive that message that we're trying to send.
When we can play music that takes all the feelings we're feeling and we can put them into an action, put them into our playing, not only does it strengthen our ability as musicians, but it also strengthens our ability as people. We are given yet another way to handle with trying times, and which is something we all could use right now. If this piece helps a student in the ensemble or someone listening in the audience feel better for a second, I think she would think then the piece has done its job.